off to Nicholas's house. So we said a month or two ago that we were going to show you guys what Nicholas bought himself. Bought himself a hot rod. So it's a beautiful Saturday morning. There's a goat or a llama or something over there. And we're in Skidmark because Joe hasn't ridden in it with the rebuilt engine. And it's a short drive over to Nicholas and Emily's house. It's not far. So we're going to take a ride over there and show you what his idea of a hot rod is. All right, Nicholas wants to show me his cool new hot rod. I haven't seen it. Here we go. That's a sweet ride. That thing is sinister. Wow. What a beautiful car. Man, oh man.
Here it is.
It is sharp. So we said he bought a hot rod. And this is Nicholas's idea of a hot rod. I gotta tell you guys, this is the type of car that makes you question what gets you up in the morning. It makes you question the hours in the garage. This kid knows all too well. He's grown up around hot rods. He's grown up with my car, obviously.
Pretty cool, huh?
What is this thing? Tell everybody what this car is.
2019 Camaro SS. The 1LE package, so it's like the track package for the SS. You get the Brembos, you get the satin hood, bigger wheels, you get the aero kit, the front splitter, the rear splitter.
And that's all part of the 1LE.
It's all part of the 1LE. We have Brembos all around, not just the front. Got the LT1 in it. 6-speed.
These seats are unique to the 1LE too, aren't they?
Yep. The Tremec 6060 with the Recaro seats.
Oh, this is my first time in this car.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
I like this thing.
Yeah, it rides nice.
Fancy, smooth. Where are we going, to the house?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we.
So you've had this.
I've had it. I got it beginning of May. And yeah, I was looking for other stuff too, but I went and looked at the Corvette. Two of them in the fall.
Right.
Both C6 Z06s, and you know, it just didn't work out. Weren't they too much money for older cars? And I figured I'd save up for the winter, and then wait till the spring and find something. And then I bought the motorcycle, the Z900.
Right, to kind of kill some time.
If you kill some time, and I had that for 5 weeks. I sold it 2 days after I got the title in the mail. That's how short I had it. And sold that and used that money towards another car. I knew I wanted another car. I just love driving. And you know, I actually went and looked at that 99 Cobra.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I forgot about that car.
Yep. And
That was almost a definite.
Yeah, it was a cool car, but it had too much stuff done to it. It was low mileage. It had like 50 or 60,000 miles on it. But it was a 99, and he wanted top dollar for it.
Right.
And you know, it really just wasn't worth it. So I started looking around again for something maybe a little bit newer, something I could drive a little bit more reliably, because I really don't have the time to be working on something all the time.
Right, you didn't want a project that you gotta.
A project, so I started looking for something a little bit newer. And yeah, I was looking at Mustangs, but I've grown up with the GM family. I figured I'd keep it to two. I had two picks. It was either a Corvette or it was going to be a Camaro. And
Right.
the SS's are cool, but they're a lot more common, and I didn't really like the way they looked as much. So I started looking into the 1LEs, the track pack, essentially, and I was going to look at a 2018, which was white. It had 30,000 miles on it, but he wanted the same amount of money as this one. And this is a year newer with under 20,000 miles on it.
Right.
And yeah, this was and I like this color a lot better. This is
Yeah, it's a good color.
the satin steel metallic is what it's called, and I really like it. And it had to be manual. If you're gonna have a car like this, I feel like you gotta be shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like all these exhaust modes and different riding modes. It's wild to think about.
Definitely a driver's car.
Oh yeah, definitely a driver's car.
In tune.
Yeah, very. And despite it, being track oriented, you could daily this car. You could.
Yeah, it's a.
It's got AC, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay.
And it's pretty docile if you're just cruising around.
Oh yeah, you could put it in touring mode and make it quieter and make it ride softer, and then the steering is lighter too. I usually keep it in sport or track mode because I just like that stiffer.
Feel more of the road.
I didn't buy it to be comfortable.
Right.
I bought it to have something to drive.
Yep.
And yeah, this thing feels great. And it sounds good.
Yeah.
Plenty of torque. Cruising around, I mean, not that gas mileage matters, but cruising around, on the highway, you can get 20 miles to the gallon, 25 miles to the gallon. I don't drive it hard all the time, but I'm averaging 15.8.
Perfect.
In a V8.
Not bad.
400 miles.
And you've put how many miles on this car since you bought it? 2 months ago?
About 1,500 miles. So I've been driving it. I've been trying to enjoy it as much as possible.
Right.
It's been nice, mostly nice weather. We had a little bit of rain, but I was getting it out here and there.
Yeah, this car does not go out in inclement weather.
No.
Just like his father. Just like most of our vehicles, honestly.
Yeah, no, so but it's great. I love it.
It's got a good tone to it, even for stock exhaust.
Yeah. Plenty of power for
the streets.
driving on the streets.
And this is the best area for these mountain roads, curvy roads.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, you can drive it modestly, or you can freaking. That was like 5,500. I still got another 1,000. Yeah.
That feels great.
Strong, right?
That's awesome.
So Uncle Joe just got a ride in I don't know what we're even naming this car yet. But I think it's safe to say that Mr. Jones might be shaking in his boots because Uncle Joe is probably...
Yeah, we're going to have to put a, $40,000 motor in that car.
So this is what I'm talking about. You know, based on the value, this is a 2019. Based on the value, this car, bone stock, out of the box. For those who don't know. Now look, there's a cajillion, quite literally. There's a ton of videos out there on the Camaro SS 1LE, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
And the reason for that is it's an extremely effective package for the money, the performance you get, the quality car you get. Like I said earlier at Nicholas and Emily's house, it makes you question what you're doing with your life. Because for the book value of this thing, let's just say this thing is 40 grand, low 40s. Let's talk about some geek stuff that I like to talk about. Nicholas knows these numbers, of course, because it's his ride. I have to write it down because this is not my forte. Although I am somewhat enamored with this car. So in 2019, you got a Camaro SS in two different versions, right? You had the 1SS and you had the 2SS, Nicholas says. Right? The 1SS is basically the more mundane option list.
Yeah, the
right,
2SS,
Joe?
you get heated and cooled seats, you get Bose stereo.
So the RPO code, for those who want to know, RPO A1Y is the code for the 1LE package. Now, the Camaro SS in two versions, the 1SS and the 2SS. The 1SS with the 1LE, 1,483. The 2SS, 631. So you'll say, wow, okay, it's more rare to have the 2SS, and it is. But now we're going to break down the colors because GM does have a color breakdown. And this color is G9K. It's the satin steel gray metallic. The 1SS, regardless of whether or not it was a 1LE, the 1SS's 401 came in this color. The 2SS, 805 came in this color. So we know that this car, as we're looking at it right now, is one of a maximum of 401 1SS's built in 2019 in this color. What we can't ascertain, because the information is just simply not available, we don't know how many of those 401 were 10-speed automatics, and we don't know how many of those 401 were in fact the 1LE. Now, full disclosure, that is not an original 1LE emblem. This car really just had that kind of blue and red.
It was a chrome Camaro.
Yeah, Camaro emblem.
I just thought
yeah.
Stuck out like a sore thumb.
So you won't see that if you're looking for validation. You do see 1LE on the brakes.
Yep.
So if we just do the math and we just say, let's split it in half. Of the 401 1SS's built in this color, half of them were not 1LEs and half of them were not 6-speed manuals. That means this car is potentially one of roughly 200 made. We're surmising, we're speculating. What are the chances every single 1SS in this color was a 6-speed 1LE? Most certainly not. We're getting into the numbers where my 69 F85 W31 is one of 212 made. That's a pretty rare car. This car is up there in rarity. Now, as we were talking about before, Nicholas, what I would have loved it if we had a 69 Camaro here.
Yeah, well, that's more your era.
It's more.
I think this is more my era.
Yeah.
I don't have the knowledge that you have, and I don't have the time to work on my vehicles like you have. So I figured I'd invest in something a little bit newer, more modern, more reliable, more drivable because of my circumstance.
Now listen, it's a very, very valid point, and this is something that us as hot rodders and us as restorers and us as collectors have to be cognizant of. You know, this is the younger generation. The reality is the younger generation that's out there working their butts off, making money. Do they want to apply $40,000 to something like this that they can take on vacation? It has cruise control. It has airbags. It has air conditioning. It gets probably
Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Not that I care about that, but it has it.
Or you take $40,000 and you go on eBay or bring a trailer and you go buy. We'll just use the number of 50 years older. You know, so we're getting into a 1969 because this is a 2019. $40,000 buys you a pretty wide variety of vintage cars. I don't know that I disagree with this logic. I know Joe is probably on board.
It's pretty awesome. It's you know, yeah, it's tough after you go for a ride.
Yeah.
Totally
But then
different.
again,
Yeah, because I have a whole weekend planned of putting that 351 back in that 66 Mustang, and you can go tear ass all
But
around.
there was a time where your Oldsmobile was my favorite car to drive.
Uh-oh.
There was a time.
It's no longer.
It's just
The OG's been knocked
It's
off
just
the
been-
podium.
It's top 3. It's
okay,
a totally different
it's
car.
definitely the classic cars still get you the
Oh yeah.
the real feel, like the mechanical feel of driving.
It's all you.
Where this is, it's a lot smoother transition, but you still get the feel of the road.
So listen, we were coming back from Nicholas's house. I was behind them in, you know, skid mark, of course, right? And I'm recording as we're driving along, and you're just buzzing along through those orchard roads. And I had to put the phone down and put 2 hands on the wheel to carve that El Camino.
I had my arm on the door and I was just steering. And
What we are trying to talk about is the actual impression.
Right.
You know, the driver impression. You know, Nicholas is a driver, and you know, the WRX world, those are all-wheel drive, those are turbos, man. They're fast cars. You know, his daily driver is some hot rod Audi thing. This is his toy, and I think for the money, I think he's made a very, very good choice. 40 grand doesn't buy you a lot in the way of a Chevelle.
no, you get
know?
something that needs $20,000.
40,000 doesn't buy you a lot in the way of a GTO. And if you wanted a 69 Camaro and you wanted a top dog Camaro, you know,
You gotta spend the money.
yeah, you're into 6 digits of money.
You get run of the mill cars at 40, 50, or cars that still are a project.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you want the low option, rare option car,
Pop the hood in this unit. Yeah, no, right. That's what I'm getting at. Is I think
we're not looking for a run of the mill car. We never do.
no, this is not a run of the mill Camaro, and this is not. And I just keep saying that, you know, for the dollars, I think. I mean, I don't have any interest in ever working on this thing. But, I mean, it's cool as hell.
LT1.
LT1, right? I mean, 6.2 liter, naturally aspirated, no supercharger, not to be mistaken for the ZL1. Now, the ZL1 has a supercharger, but you still have to get the 1LE package on that. You can get a ZL1, no 1LE, and the thing is getting steered by its ass all over the
Yeah,
place.
too much power for what that car is.
Now, this is 455 horsepower, 455 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is up there with the baddest of the bad in 1970, which was the pinnacle year for muscle cars, right? There was the LS6, there was the Stage 1 Buick. Those were the big dogs, man. Big horsepower, big torque. Those cars were capable of... All right, guys, there's going to be a ton of you out there going to say that your cars came off the showroom floor doing 12s. It's not happening. Those cars on bias ply tires through mufflers, they were low 13, mid 13 second cars. 105, 110 miles an hour. This car is low 12s, bone stock, and this car is 1-teens mile an hour. My W31, Mr. Jones and the OG, old Ram Air small block Oldsmobile, yawn. Those freaking cars are 14 second cars, man. You're not gonna build a W31 for $40,000 bucks. You're not gonna build a W30. You're not gonna build a Chevelle SS L78 396, certainly not an LS6 for $40,000 bucks. Is this the car that Nicholas is gonna say when he's my age? I bought this car when I was 23 years old. I can't afford to sell it because I can't afford to replace it. They don't make them like that anymore. All right, well, there you have it. I mean, we can go on and on and on, but if you guys want to see more driving videos, you want to see more, Joe's got a lot of editing here, but this car is minty, 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 brand new. It does not have 20,000 miles yet on it. Cool. Well played, young man. It's killer, man. It sounds killer. It looks killer. And my thing is, yeah, it's fast, but it's also safe. I know his mom and I really enjoy the fact that it's got airbags, it's got ABS, it's got crumple zones, it's modern technology. And if an accident were to happen, let's say he gets hit. You know, I do worry about that when Alyssa's in the convertible. Alyssa's riding around in Mary. You know, they're not the safest cars in the world. This is a modern, safe car. So, and let me say that too. See what Nicholas bought himself. This is not one of those stories where Daddy helped him. This is not one of those stories where Uncle Joe helped him. This is not YouTube money. Let's get that squared away. This is not YouTube money. This is that young man working his ASS off and treated himself to something cool. So, again, well played. Let us know if you want to see more. Proud dad moment for sure. You know, it's not a...
It's been years of Facebook Marketplace scrolling. Every time you take a bathroom break here on Facebook Marketplace.
This kid wanted a friggin' Corvette at 21 years old. And I'm thinking, yeah, you need to check the insurance policies on that thing. So, all right, cool. If you want to see more, let us know. In the meantime, that's what he did. And he jumped to the top of the line. It is the baddest hot rod in the fleet. You cannot argue that point. The baddest hot rod we have. Okay, so because we like to geek out, what we did is did a good old-fashioned Carfax on Nikki's Camaro there, and it yielded some cool information. And what we found is that car was purchased in Kansas City, and we reached out to the original selling dealership, and they have been great so far. They gave us what information they have. It's kind of surprising that they don't have every little piece of information, and I understand they can't give us the original owner's name. However, I did say, if you find the original owner's information, feel free to pass some of our information on to them. Nonetheless, here's how it breaks down. That Camaro was purchased at Cable Dahmer in Kansas City. It had an original stock number of 96412. It was sold brand new on April 20th of 2019. It was not a special order car. Nobody spec'd out a 1SS, 1LE stick shift because it was in stock for 37 days. And it actually sold with 60 miles on it, 60. I'm assuming they were very carefully driven, modest miles. SS 1LE stick, yeah, most certainly. Cable Dahmer, Kansas City, original stock number, 96412 with 60 miles on it, April 20th of 19. The MSRP was $45,090. So if anybody out there watching this video purchased a charcoal or whatever they call this color, satin gray, G9K is the code. In and around April 20th of 19. Looks like Nikki may have your car. So that'd be cool to connect with whomever purchased the car brand new. That's a very, very cool addition to the fleet. No doubt. All right, I'm going to get to work. I got a little bit of stuff I want to do on Mary. Play with some carb adjustments, play with some brake adjustments. And then I might get into sandblasting some parts for Mr. Jones.